Hamster, right here. There is an animal sitting in millions of homes right now, running on a wheel in complete darkness, and almost nobody who owns one actually understands what is happening inside its body. In the wild, a single hamster covers between 8 and 12 kilometers every single night on foot. That is not an occasional burst of energy. That is a nightly biological requirement driven by instinct so deeply embedded that the animal cannot simply choose to stop. The wheel in a cage is not entertainment. It is the closest available substitute for a drive that, when removed, produces measurable anxiety in the animal. Researchers studying captive hamster behavior have documented increased stress hormones and repetitive movement patterns in hamsters denied running access, signs the body is pushing for something the environment is not providing. Cheek pouches. Most people who have watched a hamster stuff its cheeks have assumed it looks amusing because the animal is being greedy. The pouches extend far past what is visible from outside. They stretch backward past the shoulders, reaching nearly to the hips, and can carry close to half the animal's entire body weight in food at one time. This is not a quirky design. It is a portable storage system built for an environment where food appears unpredictably and disappearing empty-handed means going without. In the wild, a hamster will fill its pouches, return underground, and unload the food into a dedicated storage chamber separate from its sleeping area. It organizes that cache and returns to it. The whole system runs on a kind of quiet efficiency that has nothing to do with hunger in the moment and everything to do with surviving weeks the animal cannot yet see coming. Torpor. When temperatures fall and food becomes scarce enough, a hamster enters a state that is not hibernation in the way most people picture it, but is genuinely difficult to distinguish from death when you are looking at it. The heart rate drops from around 450 beats per minute at rest down to fewer than 5. Breathing becomes so shallow it is nearly undetectable. Body temperature falls toward the temperature of the surrounding air. The animal lies completely still, curled tight, and does not respond to touch. This can last for days at a time. Then the hamster wakes, moves to its food cache, eats, and returns to torpor again. It cycles through this process across the coldest part of the season, burning almost nothing, waiting. Veterinarians have received hamsters brought in by owners who were certain their pet had died overnight, only for the animal to wake fully and behave normally once it warmed to room temperature. The owners were not wrong to be concerned. From the outside, there is almost no visible difference. Navigation. Underground, in complete darkness, a hamster builds and maintains a burrow system with separate chambers, one for sleeping, one for food storage, sometimes a separate area for waste, and at least one emergency exit. It returns to the correct chamber every time, without hesitation and without light. Research on hamster spatial memory has shown that their brains construct detailed internal maps of territory, and the accuracy of those maps relative to the animal's body size is comparable to what has been documented in much larger mammals. This is not instinct in the simple sense, it is active memory, updated and maintained over time, operating in an environment where a single wrong turn could mean running into a predator that followed a scent into the tunnel. Teeth. A hamster's front teeth grow continuously from birth until death and do not stop. The rate of growth is fast enough that without constant gnawing to wear them down, the teeth curve and eventually grow back toward the jaw, making eating impossible. Hamsters are sold in groups and displayed in shared tanks in pet stores across the world, and they are one of the most aggressively territorial small mammals kept in captivity. In the wild, two adult hamsters meeting outside of a narrow mating window treat each other as threats. There is no social dynamic, no hierarchy to settle into, no gradual adjustment period. Studies on co-housed hamsters in captivity have documented chronic stress responses, weakened immune function, and shorter lifespans in the less dominant animal, even in cases where no direct fighting was ever observed.
The stress is present in the body, whether or not it is visible in the behavior. The animal that is handed to children as a beginner pet because it seems uncomplicated is, underneath that soft exterior, a solitary, nocturnal endurance animal with a near-death winter survival mode, a food logistics system built into its face, teeth that require daily mechanical maintenance to stay functional, and a spatial memory accurate enough to navigate a custom-built underground structure without light. It is running right now. Probably has been for hours.